Hey, it's Nina Lemtier here, the nutrition lifestyle strategist. I hope you are well and you are having a fabulous, nourishing day. I am here to raise awareness for fibroids. July is Fibroids Awareness Month. And today I'm basically doing an A to Z live series. So every day I'm going live just to cover a letter in relation to fibroids and how you, most importantly, can feel more empowered, equipped and confident on your journey navigating this horrid condition. But it doesn't define you, okay? And don't let it overwhelm you, right? You're not alone. So I am a nutrition lifestyle strategist and I'm so passionate about empowering women. I had to empower myself. I know how important it is to build your mindset and work on your inner emotional, kind of that inner person, right? Because it forms so much of how we make decisions. And I think that's another live. But coming back to today's topic. So we're doing letter U, okay? So we're on day 21. And it's all about really understanding your uterus, okay? So you've been diagnosed, maybe you've been told surgery is your only option, right? And you might be feeling pretty overwhelmed with that. But I'm here to say that it's not the only way to look at it, right? It's not the only approach in the sense of you need a bigger plan. Because can you imagine if your fibroids are in growth mode? Let's say you're doing regular scans and they're just continuing to grow. If you go in and just surgically remove them and you haven't really changed much else and you haven't addressed any other contributing factors, then you're highly likely to be in a position to see reoccurrence where fibroids are just growing back, okay? And that's not what obviously you want. So it's really just about taking the time to understand your uterus so that you can feel more empowered, you can feel more in control, and know what implications are happening at various points of your decision making. So for example, right now you may not be trying to conceive. So what options do you have because you're not trying to conceive? And equally, let's say you're trying to conceive. So what options are specific to you and how can you, navigate them and have a long-term plan? So always have a short-term plan and then a long-term plan, and then understand that you have to address the environment. You have to look at what are my risk factors, what's potentially contributing to the fibroids being in growth, and how can you, more importantly, get them out of growth and get them shrinking and being less dominant. And if you've got symptoms, then that's an indicator that you can obviously use to take the necessary steps to obviously assess those symptoms over time as well. Now, let me know where you're joining from, ladies. Lisa, Imans, Frial, Aliyah, MB90s, and if you've got any questions, I will love to try and answer them. Now, it's really, really important to just know that surgery isn't the only way to look at it, right? It can be very limiting because I often hear women say, oh, I've had the surgery, I'm good. Oh yeah, it's done. I've done the surgery. It's a thing of the past. And then, unfortunately, women will see that the fibroids grow back sometimes within a year, sometimes within 2 years, sometimes within 3-5 years. It's a very high reoccurrence rate. Is it okay to eat chicken? So it's really just about quality, Imans. Thanks for your question. Really, you want to look at the quality of the chicken and then, address it that way. So what you want is good quality protein. Okay, so chickens that are grown in a couple of days with lots of hormones, is not what you want to be eating, right? So that's not ideal. And look at your diet as a whole, right? Do you have enough variation? That's what you want to look at more than just kind of specific items. What I would say is look at your diet as a whole and then opt for good quality proteins and variation, right? So what you want to avoid is having chicken every day. I don't know how often you eat chicken. But yeah, right? I don't know if that answers your question. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. It's really, as I said, it's you have to avoid just looking at individual items, right? It's okay, what's my diet looking like as a whole? How much water am I drinking? You know, am I addressing any symptoms that you may have overlooked, like your sleep, right? And things like that. So it's really just looking at things from a wider lens, so to speak. Hi, Andy. Thanks for joining. If you've got questions, you could ask. I've got a live Q&A session starting with my my private mentoring group. We are doing a Q&A session, but I've got a few minutes now. If you are interested in, learning more about how I work closer with women, you can drop me a message and I can send you more information. But it's really, as I said, having gone through this and come out on the other end with 3 children, never feeling as good as I do. And then at one point I was told a hysterectomy is the only option that I was given. It just shows how much we can make a difference and what we do makes a difference. So I'm really about equipping women with not just information, but tools so that you can actually take action and then also get the support to review and then keep going, because life can life and you can have a plan, but not necessarily stick to it because life is lifing, right? So as a group, I found you can just do so much better. You can achieve so much more when you have a solid support system. Okay, so if there's no questions, hi, iBerry, for real. Thanks for joining. I will leave you for now and I'll see you tomorrow for the next letter. Have a lovely evening. Keep believing in yourself and just know that everything's workoutable and the fact that you're here is a win. So just keep going and never give up. You can do this. Take care. Bye for now.